After I had seen the disappointing number of views, my voice is back again. I have modified our last project, IDEST, the digital speaker ELF, and now it is a sophisticated machine capable of suggesting what is best for you, using science and a piece of hard-coded lines. So talking about music, ELF believes that I should create a program for making beeps and call it Beeper. Whatever the name is fine. Okay, ELF knows better. So let's start a new WBF project. Let's give ELF a tribute and indeed call it Beeper. In order to make beeps, we actually don't need any interface at all. So let's go right into the CS file. To make beeps right on start, we need to edit the constructor. We need the console class because it contains a method called beep, which plays the sound of a beep. We can leave the brackets empty to get a default beep. Let's check it. Okay, we heard a beep, but depending on your hardware, it can sometimes be silent or distorted. You can also pass two integer arguments to the beep method, frequency and duration. Now, I'm pretending to be very talented and lucky and choose the frequency of 784 and specify the duration in milliseconds to be 150. Of course, I did not Google C# beep melodies and did not rewrite from the first result. Let's check the new beep sound. Sounds just a bit different and shorter, if I'm not mistaken. Now let's add a second beep and run. An example of silent rendering. And let's make the beep great again for the third time. Okay, I heard it, but you did not. Two beeps can be separated more distinctly by a pause. To imitate a pause, we will use the thread class in threading namespace. And here we need the sleep method. It also takes milliseconds as an argument. The current thread will pause for this period of time. Again, using science, I predict that I need 300 milliseconds. Okay, it went silent in the recording audio track, but I heard it well. Before running again, I will just copy these pieces to imitate a melody. We just need to edit frequency and milliseconds a bit. Okay, now you heard it. And you probably noticed the different sounding of the last beep. Let's continue adding pauses, which we can vary as well. The smaller the value in the sleep method, the shorter the pause. The same refers to the second argument of beep, which is beep's duration. Let's run. You might have recognized the melody from Mission Impossible by now. It's not complete yet though. But now the process will go a bit faster since the beeps which we have written previously will repeat multiple times. It may be more convenient for you to separate logical parts of the melody by blank lines. If you experiment with the duration, I suggest that you don't choose too big values, because you will have to wait for those sounds to stop. So if you write 2000, you will have to wait for 2 seconds, since the thread will be blocked for that amount of time. The same refers to the sleep method. Now the melody sounds more complete but messed up. I must have set too small values for the duration of sounds. Of course, under normal circumstances, you can control when the melody starts. So we need to move the melody from the constructor to the click event of a button. First, let's create a button in XAML. The button's text is set in its content property. And the most important part, create the click event. We will continue in the second part.